guys, welcome back to another episode of Captain Kirk Productions. Today on the show we have Dr. Chef.
Hey, here we go again.
And Drake.
If there's one thing I like to say is you can't have too many X-Men comics.
Those are words to live by, in my opinion. So, in today's episode, this is part one of an ongoing series where I made a very large purchase of comics. It's like really big, okay? It was like $5,000-$6,000, okay? Just full disclosure. So lots of key issues, lots of big books. Mm-hmm. This is going to be part one of that. So this is all X-Men all the time. Don't have a ton of X-Men books myself. Just have the giant size X-Men. This isn't an X-Men book, but I have the Hulk 181 first Wolverine, full appearance of Wolverine. So
don't you have a small run starting later?
I do have kind of like an earlier run of X-Men. I think I sent off X-Men 50 to be graded, but I have like a few like earlier issues that are from the collection. So these are mostly books that I did not have that I wanted to add to that. So we're gonna start off with our big boy here. This is giant size X-Men. And this is the first appearance of like the new team with we got Colossus, Nightcrawler, Storm, like all the big characters you know and love. Second full appearance of Wolverine. It's a really hot book right now. This one is pretty low grade with the tape and all these things on it. I don't know if the cover is even attached, to be honest. That's probably why there's tape on it. But
yeah, if you can't see, there's a lot of tape, so it's not going to be a great grade. But
for the PC,
it's for the PC.
Well, and any grade is a good grade with giant size X-Men. As you know, people are buying this like crazy.
I mean, that's still worth a few $100 at least. So, I mean, it's definitely a hot book, which leads us into our second book here.
All right.
I really wanted to get this a while back, but I always just kind of held off on it for one reason or another. And then it kind of skyrocketed in value, and I was like, well, crap, I don't know if I'm going to own it. But the opportunity presented itself. X-Men 94, the second appearance of the new team. So... I always kind of found this cover to be a little wonky with this guy's head and like Storm kind of flying out of it, but it's a really good book, and people are kind of gravitating towards it as a result of giant size X-Men being so expensive. Your X-Men number ones are super expensive, like all these different things.
And the one thing about this book is that it's actually in pretty good condition. I mean, there's a few some wears on the spine. But other than that, it's in decent condition. And did you buy all these X-Men together?
Yeah, this is all part of the large purchase I made at the beginning that we talked about. So,
and so some are in better condition than others. This one's much better condition than the giant size X-Men we just showed you.
That one I think is more of like a mid-grade, like I would say maybe like a 7, just kind of based off nothing I know about grading.
Yeah,
so
I think you're about right.
Yeah, so that's just kind of my number I'm going to throw out there. But if it comes back as 7, I'd be really happy. Now below that, not so much. But 7's always kind of been the sweet spot for that book for me. Like when I was looking at buying it, that was the one that wasn't crazy expensive and it was still affordable. So hopefully that's what it comes back as when I send it off. So
let's get a few more out there. X-Men 100. This is old team versus new team. Again, a cool cover, and again, this one's looks like in better condition than the one we just showed you. So hopefully it comes back a little higher than a 7.
This one's not worth too terribly much, but you know what? It's still a good book to have. My question to you is, Drake, are you old team or are you new team?
You know me. New team, baby.
I agree. New team.
Really?
Other than like Beast, I'm always down for Beast, but yeah, new team all the way.
You are always down for Beast. That's
for
sure. I would agree. I do like the Chris Claremont X-Men, all the Colossus.
That's what we're used to in the cartoon series.
The cartoons and the movies. Like that's a lot of those characters.
And they were so cool. Cyclops had to come back from the old to the new.
Right. Exactly.
So, all right, let's keep rolling.
Drake, what was the significance of this issue, though?
Saga?
Dark Phoenix something?
Everybody dies.
This is...
but it's also the beginning.
Actually...
I think it's the end,
Yeah, this is actually... this is the conclusion of the Dark Phoenix.
Every new beginning comes from somewhere at the beginnings. And I think is what you were saying, right?
Dark Phoenix.
Probably.
And then...
there you go. That's the first one.
Days of Future Past storyline.
Right.
And that's the end.
Which, personally for me, Days of Future Past, I mean, excluding Logan, is my favorite X-Men film.
Oh, heck yeah.
Really? That's yours too?
Totally.
You? You haven't seen it, have you?
I have seen it.
You probably like The Last Stand the best, don't you?
No, that's terrible. I do like the older movies though.
Well, the older movies are classic.
It's because the story is better.
It's better, but it's also more complicated.
I like how the old is integrated with the new, with the cast.
Yeah, that's true.
Personally, that's what I like about it, because the old cast is just so classic for us, just growing up on it.
Exactly.
And the new cast is good. It's nice to kind of integrate the two. And then you throw Wolverine in the mix. Boom. It gels it together.
I'm not a big fan of the casting of the new one.
Well, we're going to move on, because we don't talk about which... I'm just kidding. They're fine.
Uncanny X-Men 134. This is the... I think this is when Phoenix becomes the Dark Phoenix.
They promote her as the Black Queen.
That's the Black Queen. This is where she becomes the Dark Phoenix.
No, this is when she becomes Phoenix. This is Phoenix.
Not the Dark Phoenix?
Cover. I'm pretty sure this is Dark Phoenix, and that is just Phoenix.
She's Phoenix in some form or another, right?
There's...
Do we need
someone fact check us, because obviously we don't know.
No, but if you fact check us, just write it down and below and tell us we're wrong.
Yeah, because we probably are.
Prove us wrong.
Prove us wrong.
I gotta pull it up actually. It's first appearance of Phoenix.
Not Dark Phoenix.
This is
Phoenix?
Phoenix origin.
This one's Phoenix.
But isn't she Dark Phoenix?
It says
this
enter
is Dark,
the Phoenix. Right?
So that's Phoenix. She is Phoenix.
Yeah, but there's Dark.
And this is Dark Phoenix.
They're different people.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean they're.
It's the same person. One's dark.
Yeah. Well,
one's light.
Yeah. What's
Dark,
the whole?
light.
You gotta.
It's
know
a whole
the story.
thing. You gotta know the storyline.
All right.
It's from the cartoon.
I hope so. The cartoon was like way better than either film that they tried to do of it.
Exactly.
What was the significance of this, Brian? You remember this? There's a lot of first appearances in this one, right?
Yeah, this is X-Men 129.
Oh, this is like the X-Men First Class kind of.
I think it's like Emma Frost.
Emma Frost
and
Kevin Bacon from the film. What was his name?
Oh my gosh,
Kevin Bacon. That's his name. In X-Men First Class, Kevin Bacon's in that film. He plays some guy.
Who does he play?
He's a villain. He like absorbs energy.
But he's Rogue?
No, he's something. I don't know.
Okay.
Whatever his name is, comment down below.
Yeah, let us know who it is.
Well,
I actually know something about this.
Let's get back on track. We're gonna get back on track with this. Go ahead. What you got for us?
This is the first appearance of Apocalypse.
We're positive.
We're positive.
Good. Okay.
For one.
I can feel the viewership dropping.
We're getting somewhere. All right, and first Gambit. This one is hot.
That is going up because I remember. Let me look at it here. I just need to study it really quick. Okay, cool. There was this is a few years ago.
What is it? What did that do for you?
It just jogged my memory. There was I think it was a Stan Lee signed 9/6 that I saw on some comic website. This is like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, probably 3. And it was like, I want to say it was like 175, maybe $200 at the most. You can't get a 9/6 by itself anywhere close to that right now.
No. This
is more of a mid-grade, like 7, 8, so it's not anything high.
It actually looks like one of the better books in what we just showed.
There's a lot of spine ticks on it, but you're all right. It looks really good. I mean, it also came out in the 80s too, so or probably 90s
it's
actually.
Gambit, so it's cool.
Yeah, Gambit is
Mon
cool.
ami, you know?
Mon ami. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
there are a few.
but once the X-Men obviously introduced, and he's going to be obviously part of that. This is going to go up even more. So even at this grade, I'm confident in, probably getting it slabbed at some point and selling it.
Oh yeah.
Because I actually bought another one. I haven't showcased it yet on the channel. Probably like a 9496 from one of my friends in Columbus. So,
Gambit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
keeping secrets from you guys.
Okay, all right.
House of Secrets over here.
House of Secrets. I like where this is going. Now this here, X-Men 121, first appearance of the Alpha Flight. So, you guys saw Logan, right?
Yeah.
So, there was this kind of fan theory, I don't think it was ever confirmed that I can recall, that they were trying to get to Canada because they were trying to get Logan's daughter to Alpha Flight for like protection.
Mm.
So that was never confirmed, but they're feeling like Alpha Flight will be in a film at some point. It's kind of the spec. Anyway.
Don't know much about Alpha Flight, but
So they're fighting the Canadian X-Men, as you can say. They're named fighting mad superheroes.
Yeah, so Alpha Flight, they're based in Canada.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're like the Canadian X-Men or like the Canadian Avengers. I can't remember. I think probably the Canadian X-Men is the X-Men run.
Exactly.
But yeah, so this is something that'll be kind of probably be introduced into the mainstream at some point.
Yeah.
So.
And I got some early X-Men, 37 and 45. I'm not sure there's any keys here. Just early X-Men.
Yeah, just early X-Men
cool.
issues. I just kind of thought they were cool, just being early ones. So just kind of decided to pick them up. Why not? When you're buying lots of comic books, you just throw stuff in there randomly. Like, who cares? YOLO. So.
Yeah, and these are still worth a couple grand if they're higher grades.
Well, yeah. Probably not that high grade, but you're right.
I mean, they're not in bad condition.
That one's in good shape.
Yeah,
this
it looks
one's
nice.
got some spine issues for sure.
Yeah.
But
Just well loved, you know?
someone read it a lot. Yeah, no worries, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
But
you're right.
that's what they were kind of meant to do. But
Facts.
so this is going to conclude part 1 of our ongoing series, probably a 4-parter of the large $5,000-$6,000 comic book haul that I purchased. So this is all the X-Men run.
That was a bunch of X-Men. I loved it, guys.
You've been waiting a long time for this.
I love X-Men.
Yeah.
I mean, you all love X-Men, right?
Everybody loves X-Men.
Everyone loves
That's why the prices are so high.
I just,
Yeah.
I wish there was more books on just the 10 I know.
Right?
Because there's millions, I feel like.
Yeah, exactly. there's ones created every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming up, we got some Flash comics, House of Secrets, Star Trek, all sorts of stuff. Even obviously a lot more Marvel coming your way too.
Ooh.
So stay tuned. Hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I'm sure there's lots to talk about because there's lots that we messed up in this video. But we appreciate you guys hanging with us, checking us out, and giving us.
And before you end, we're gonna give a nice. We're gonna produce a thumbnail for you all.
Okay.
So hopefully you see this.
Sure, that's a great.
Is that a good thumbnail?
They're definitely gonna click on this. This will be the highest viewed video.
It's probably out of the screen.
Yeah.
Please make it.
Alright,
Probably
yeah,
cut
right.
off like half your face.
All right, that's it.
All right, guys, have a great week. All right, nice work. That was a solid video.
That was a good quick one. I like that.
Was it quick?
Wow. For how many
It's
books there
big.
was.